Yeah, there are plenty of mid-sized luxury SUVs on the market right now, but this Lincoln has something special. Would you be able to live with it? Let's dive in and find out. This is the new Lincoln Nautilus. Now entering its second generation, this mid-sized luxury SUV is looking to attract buyers through the power of sanctuary. With a stylish exterior, reimagined cabin, lots of tech, and plenty of customization, you can create your very own mobile oasis whether you're parked or driving. The exterior is redesigned with a bolder front fascia, standard LED lighting, slimmer tail light bar treatment in the rear, and soft touch door handles. This new Nautilus looks sleeker, the grille looks bigger, and it definitely fits in with the Lincoln design language. And on top of that, it only took 18 months to get from a sketch to this through the modern marvels of communication. I only mention that because this vehicle is currently being built in China, which you could imagine there's a lot of back and forth with planning and development, but it seemed to have worked out. The interior of the Nautilus is all new, and I have to admit is a very pleasant place to be. Quality materials line the cabin with soft touch points where they need to be, and the driver's position is very comfortable, especially for tall folks like me standing at 6'4". With high adjustability for the front passengers and soft inboard and outboard armrests, Mike Danger approves. Nice. And if you're a tall rear seat passenger, well, there's something you should know. Lincoln is boasting that the Nautilus has best rear seat legroom in its class, and I'm gonna agree because it does. As soon as I open the door, again, I'm 6'4" if you don't know, and the front seat is set for my ideal seating position, and I have loads of space. My feet fit under the seat nicely, I have some good headroom, and these seats can even slide and recline. And you're surrounded by good-looking materials, soft-touch armrests, and you have USB ports on the back of the front seats. You could get in a real comfortable situation back here. Open up the power-operated rear hatch to reveal up to 36.4 cubic feet behind the second row. Fold down the rear seats with a push of a button to reveal up to 71.3 cubic feet of space. But just a heads up, you'll have to fold up the rear seats manually when you're done. Oh, yes, indeed. I love a power-operated hatch as much as the next guy. But you know what else I like? That little combo button right here to close and lock the hatch, too. Lincoln doesn't have it. Shame on you, Lincoln. This is cool. Climbing back inside, this renovated interior gets a fresh look and new tech. There's a flat-bottom steering wheel for better visibility, and the elephant in the room is this new, quote, Lincoln Digital Experience, which is this huge 48-inch high-definition curved display operated by an 11.1-inch center-stack touchscreen. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and uses native apps and services through Google and Amazon. Hey Google, where's McDonald's? As mentioned earlier, this can be used as your own oasis on four wheels, whether moving or stationary, by implementing forms of entertainment and relaxation. Ready for a massage? Let the seats do the work. Time to play some video games? Plug in a controller from your favorite system via USB and have at it. Parked, of course. Or do you want that feeling of being in a luxury resort? Pump in one of the various digital synths that are located in the center armrest and let the oscillating climate fans blow you away. Or be blinded by this big ass crystal volume knob. However you want to feel, the cabin does a great job at tantalizing. That chime is actually by the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, and it adds a bit more flair to the interior of the Nautilus. But let's get to this screen because it looks great. It spans 48 inches across and it's high definition and gives you pertinent information. It's not really distracting and it's not a touch screen, so be sure you don't get it dirty with your fingers. The touchscreen is right here, this 11-inch command center. It's easy to work. The media option can look cluttered, but for the most part, it's intuitive. It gives you 3 clicks to get to whatever you need to, and your HVAC controls are embedded in this screen as well. Really easy to operate. The piano key gear selector, I'm not in love with yet, but that's easy to operate as well. And you have this really big volume knob right here next to all of these switches. And there's some good storage in here as well, in the center console and on the side of your center stack. But overall, I think the interior of this looks great. And if you want it to smell great, you have digital scents, which are easy to find in your menu. You go here and you can select things like Violet Cashmere, Isonic Azure, and Twilight Embers. And they're gonna add even more fragrances later on. And they're stored right in here. So you have your visuals, you have your smells, you have your massaging seats. This appeases a lot of senses and I dig it. Another way to relax is this feature called Rejuvenate, which is reserved for the higher trims. While parked, select this feature in the menu and pick a time interval, and it will move the steering wheel, recline the driver's seat, and begins a massage, transforming the Nautilus into something like a mini spa. Thematic music plays, fragrances are pumped in, ambient lighting glows, and the screens turn into a visual landscape. The Nautilus comes in 3 trims: Premier, Reserve, and the highest black label, with each having 2 powertrain options. The first being a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder making 250 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque linked to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The other option is a more powerful 2-liter turbocharged hybrid engine with up to 310 total system horsepower, mated to a CVT that simulates gear shifts and uses a 100 kilowatt electric motor. Both options have standard all-wheel drive and with the right conditions can disengage power delivery to the rear wheels for better fuel efficiency. Right now I'm driving the hybrid variant and I gotta say it feels great. The power delivery is on demand, and because it is powered by that hybrid motor as well in conjunction with the 2-liter turbo engine, you have ample power to get you up the hill. Where fuel economy is concerned, the base 2-liter turbo engine is rated to get 21 miles per gallon in the city and 29 on the highway. If you're looking to be more efficient and powerful, the 2-liter hybrid engine targets 30 miles per gallon in combined driving. There's an available adaptive suspension on higher trims to assist in delivering comfort or agility when needed, and the Nautilus does a nice job keeping its composure through corners. And going down the hill, going into these turns, the Nautilus feels planted and stable. There's not a lot of body roll, and the adaptive suspension does a great job at soaking up all of the imperfections in the road. You're almost driving on a cloud. The braking feels good. It's not spongy, it's progressive. It feels really nice, especially this being a hybrid vehicle. One thing I have noticed with the steering is that, yes, it's stable on center, but once you're going into a turn, it does take a little bit more input to make the Nautilus go in the direction that you want. But thankfully, there are 5 drive modes available, and they even have a mode called Excite. What I don't like is when you press the drive mode button down here on your center stack, it pops up here, and you have to take your finger and select it. You can't just press the button to go to your drive mode. It's kind of annoying, but going into Excite, it's pretty cool because your steering definitely firms up. The suspension is a bit firmer, so when you're going into turns, you don't feel as much roll, and the pedal mapping is a little different. So throttle response is quicker, and now you can have even more fun. I did notice while in the sportier Excite drive mode, the CVT's simulated gear shifts are more exaggerated and audible, but when not laying on the throttle, the cabin is quiet. The acoustic glass windshield assists in keeping noise out, while the interior build quality lacks any squeaks or rattles. There's noise deadening material around the cabin, active noise cancellation from the speakers, and even a polyurethane foam material inside larger wheel options. It is quiet in here with the sound deadening materials around the cabin and the sound deadening material in the tires. It's nice and serene in here. It's definitely noticeable that you don't hear anything that's out there. And the seating is very comfortable. And you can go into a massage function just in case you have a nice long road trip. Really easy to get to. It's about 3 button clicks right here. You click your vehicle, you click seats, and then you click massage. And you can pick between a plethora of options. And yeah, I'm a big guy, and this is really digging into the back. It's almost like It's almost like I'm getting paid to get massages. Visibility in the Nautilus is surprisingly good. Outward, it looks great, and the steering wheel has a flat top, so you can see this huge 48-inch panorama display, and it's not distracting at all. You have your speedo right in front, and you even have your maps nice and large. Over my left shoulder, visibility is good. Over my right, it's okay. But thankfully you have some standard safety tech to get you out of a bind. All Nautiluses will have Lincoln Copilot 360 driver assistant features standard, and now Lincoln Blue Cruise 1.2 with lane change assist, which at this time is the first hands-free highway driving assistance feature offered on a gas-powered vehicle in this class. To activate that, you hit the icon on the steering wheel to engage your cruise control, and hit that, you set your speed, 70 miles an hour. It's gonna notify me that I can go hands-free, and right now we're hands-free. And this system says that it's supposed to emulate more human behavior. So far it's slowing down, okay? It's not on the back of this Altima's bumper, which is great. And we're gonna test out this lane change. So we can slap it down halfway and it's changing lanes. Right now, we're still hands-free. We're going, and let's just see how long it takes for this LiDAR radar thing to pick up that I'm not looking at the road. Oh my God, that didn't take much time at all. I'm not sure if I'm a hands-free type of guy right now because I like just being engaged when I'm driving. If I'm in a motorized vehicle or something that's moving, if I'm not operating it, I'm taking a nap. Don't take a nap when you're hands-free driving, but I'm just saying, I like to be engaged. So far, the Nautilus has impressed me with its smooth driving dynamics, and it's just a serene ride that's not really distracting besides the drive modes. But this feels like if you have a long commute home from work, or if you just want to take a nice long road trip, the Nautilus will be a great vehicle to take with you. Pricing for a base Lincoln Nautilus Premier trim starts at $52,655, including the destination charge, and comes with a lot of standard features like 19-inch wheels, power adjustable heated and ventilated front seats, heated and ventilated rear seats, the Lincoln Digital Experience screens, 4 USB ports around the cabin, wireless phone charging, ambient lighting, and 10-speaker audio system. Move up the trim ladder if you'd like two-tone paint, an illuminated Lincoln star in front, larger wheels, adaptive suspension, leather upholstery, the digital scent feature, Revo Ultima 3D audio system with 28 speakers, panoramic sunroof, and those 24-way power adjustable massaging front seats. Lincoln also allows customers, or clients as they call them, to customize this SUV with various packages, paint options, and interior environments to get the desired characteristics of the Nautilus just right. For the most loaded black label trim, you're looking at a starting price of $76,490. If you're interested in mid-size luxury SUVs like the Lincoln Nautilus or any of its competitors, go on kbb.com and get a fair purchase price. kbb.com, click the link above for more details. The Nautilus is looking to compete with other mid-size luxury SUVs like the Lexus RX, Cadillac XT5, Genesis GV80, Acura MDX, Mercedes-Benz GLE, Audi Q3 and Q5, and BMW X3 and X5. If you're wondering where the Nautilus fits within the Lincoln lineup, it slots in between the smaller Corsair and the larger 3-row Aviator. If you're looking for 6 cylinders, an extra seating row, and better towing capability, the Aviator is worth a look for some extra dough, of course. But if the Nautilus is right for you, the internal combustion engine option is currently being sold as of January this year, with the hybrid variant making its way to dealers as we speak. Plenty of choices to choose from in this segment, but Lincoln wants the Nautilus to separate itself by turning an appliance into a sanctuary. So if that tickles your fancy and you can live with that, check one out for yourself.
Hi, you're watching reviews on Kelley Blue Book. Where's Micah?
Oh, Micah, he doesn't do video anymore.